Hey everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Metal Storm. I'm going to be showing off, before we get started with the actual content of the video, some of the differences between the Japanese and North American releases. There was actually originally a full cutscene before the title screen, which was translated by some people at romhacking.net. If you want to, you can skip ahead to about 2 minutes and 50 seconds, and we'll be getting started with the final stage of the game. But for now, enjoy. So yeah, this game originally actually had a story to it, which does make it have quite a different tone. They actually also changed the last stage of the game, the final boss, which we'll see now, had a little narration going on. I really wish they would have kept all that in for the North American release. I don't know why they took it out, but, you know, I mean, it gives the game at least a little bit more of a feeling of purpose to it. And now we get this wonderful cutscene, or text scroll. Yes, the real hero of this game is each and every one of us. I really wish they would have kept that. Anyway, I definitely prefer it to the North American version. But let's get started. We got one more stage to do in expert mode. And predictably enough, they took all the power-ups out. So yeah, you gotta do it with whatever you came into the stage with, or with no power-ups at all. Other than that though, everything is exactly the same as it was. I will end up having to change a couple of my strategies slightly. But it actually is a little bit easier to fight these guys since I do have the powered up shot. And I didn't even think about it. I could have absolutely just cheesed this boss. But as it happens, I wound up getting past it anyway. And I gotta say, after playing through all of expert mode, it's amazing to see how much easier of a time I had with this boss. I had so much difficulty with it the first time, but actually I was able to take care of it. I edited out a couple deaths here, but it took me next to no time to finish it. On to this, I guess, satellite boss. This is about exactly the same as it was the first time, so not too exciting here. And the stage 4 boss is actually gonna present me with quite a bit more difficulty, or it did. I actually am only keeping the successful run of it, but since I had the gravity attack the first time I went through here, or the gravity buster as it's called, thanks to the cutscene, I know that now. I was able to kind of cheese the laser attacks and also get through the the main boss without taking any damage, but now I kind of had to do it just by dodging everything, which is quite a bit more difficult. Really happy to be done with that one. But it's done. Now we're on to the Transformer. Or the R75, I suppose. And I gotta say, really by far the hardest part of this boss is the red form with the homing lasers. The other parts never really gave me that much trouble, but I died all the time, especially to this crisscross shot. It's really tricky to dodge. It moves so quickly that you basically need to be going at full speed to be able to dodge it. But that's all done. Now we're moving on to the sewing machine boss, which, just like the last time I did, I'm going to be speeding it up. Because this guy, these enemies are just so tedious to fight. I don't really want to just spend the whole time complaining about it, but I kind of do. Because I sped it up to 4 times, so there's not much time to be complaining about it, I guess. I don't know. But it's done. Now we're on to the final boss. This boss was so easy the first time, now it is not. Now it's actually pretty damn tough. Those turrets will now fire at you, and the space gets more and more claustrophobic as it goes on. But I managed to beat it. And that is the end of Metal Storm. Unfortunately, this text crawl is the same as it was the first time. Though I guess it does make a little bit more sense now, considering that the game is over and not about to get exponentially more difficult. But we will hang tough. Not just through Metal Storm, but through life. So yeah, I just want to thank everybody in the Hard Games thread. You know, Reverend Cheddar, who I believe suggested the run, Dectalon for running the thread, everybody else who contributed. It's been an interesting experience, and it was kind of nice to revisit one of these games from my childhood in a lot more depth than I'd ever played it before. It's definitely frustrating sometimes, but in general, I had a pretty good time with it. It is interesting to note just how few people were on the development team here. Development teams now are so huge that it's like this game was really only made by a few people, and they definitely did a good job with it. So kudos to you, IRM, and yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. It's been a good time. Metal Storm: The Strike Mission is now over.